Hello and welcome to a Passport to Pittsburgh adventure. I'm Kim Adley, your host and virtual tour guide. Today, I'm happy to be in a neighborhood of Pittsburgh. Did you know that Pittsburgh has 90 neighborhoods? I know, it's true. 90 unique neighborhoods with their own characteristics and feel. Today, we are in the neighborhood of Brookline. You know, all of these neighborhoods were formed by groups of immigrants who came here seeking the American dream and bringing with them their customs, their cultures, and their food. Today, we are going to explore a wonderful store created by an immigrant family pursuing the American dream, staying the course, and now celebrating 50 years in business. It's an oasis in a food desert, and it's called Pita Land. It's so wonderful. I'm here with its owner and patriarch, Mr. Joseph Shaheen. Thank you so much for having us, Mr. Shaheen.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you very much for coming here.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I just wanted to know, you've been here for 50 years. That's a really something, you know, to be able to say that you have succeeded for 50 years here. And you have what we call the American dream.
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, I mean, it's a story. Me and my wife, we come here 1974 on our honeymoon.
On your honeymoon?
We come on our honeymoon because we have relative in Pittsburgh, a relative in Beaver in Alacopa, Pennsylvania. And I have a brother who came here in 1969, and he built a brick oven on the next block of Pita Land right now. So me and my wife, we're supposed to stay 1 month and go back. 1 month done, I call my dad. Dad, I'm coming. You need anything? Please, not now. We have a war. The airport closed. So me and my wife, you know, we extend our visa and walking here on the boulevard every morning. My brother asked me, why you don't work with us here, making 70, 80 bag bread a day? I said, I don't mind. So I work with him 4 years. Immigration sent me deportation letter. I should go back. They don't want to renew my visa no more. So I asked the priest, couple of friends, they all said appeal it to the immigration judge. I did appeal it. So I appeal it. They set me hearing August 15, 1975.
You remember the date, August 15th, 1975, because that was life-changing for you, wasn't it?
Yes, and I had my first baby here 2 weeks before the hearing, July 31st, 1975.
Your first baby was born here.
Yes.
Okay. So what does this judge say to you then?
Listen, I went to the hearing. I drove to Newcastle day before to get the baby birth certificate. Aline, some old man, he said, take her birth certificate with you. And I was carrying a newspaper every day, Post Gazette, Pittsburgh Press, about the bad news from Lebanon. One of the bad news, the State Department asked all the Americans to leave Lebanon because it's not safe. So I carried, I went to the hearing. A DA, he started talking about me. I should left the country yesterday, and the judge was shaking his head. By the end, when the DA finished, judge said, Mr. Shaheen, why you don't go back? I said, Your Honor, look, State Department ask all the Americans to leave Lebanon, it's not safe. Yes. Why you want me to take the American who born here 2 weeks ago? He said, you have a baby born here. I said, yes, Your Honor. He said, no, I'm not sending you back.
Oh, well.
The judge with a big heart, he asked the DA to walk to the immigration to get me application for political asylum And the judge, with a big heart, he said, I'm going to fill it up for him here. I don't want him to hire a lawyer and pay him $1,500. So judge asked me 7 questions. I answered it. He said, go home, Mr. Shane, take care of your baby. You'll hear from us next week. Week after, I got letter from the State Department, welcome to America, with my work permit and my social security number. And God bless America.
That is a wonderful story, Mr. Shaheen. And that is the story of immigration in America and how it makes it great. We're so glad you decided to honeymoon here in Pittsburgh. But I would have to say, it's probably the longest honeymoon on record.
Absolutely, absolutely. Then my brother once sold that little business.
Yes.
Me and my wife and brother, and still making bread with shovel. Then in the early 80s, we went to the government, the county, the state, and the city for minority loan. We asked for that much money. I don't remember. They called us after 2 weeks, Mr. Shaheen, you don't put the plan. Where are you going to use the money?
Yes.
I make a plan. I told him pita bread.
You made a business plan.
Yeah,
Yes.
I told him pita bread in every supermarket in Pittsburgh come from Cleveland, Chicago, Michigan. I want to make it here, and I promise you I'm going to hire between 10 and 12 people in the beginning. When you borrow government money, you have to hire people.
Of course, they want you to employ local people.
With the help of the Lord, they called me after 2 weeks. Come on, we're going to give you the money. So I had a check in my hand. The first thing I did, I bought the Foodland building. I pay them back in 15 years. They keep sending me letter if I need more money. I said, no, now I'm okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so that is such another wonderful story. So you bought this this building, which was a food land, and then you took the small shop from down the street and you put it here, and this has been here.
With the money, we bought a 3 van. We start deliver like 50 miles around Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Every piece of bread we put in the market go like this.
Yes.
Then we had, after I went to Lebanon 12 years ago, and I bought this oven here. I see this oven running on a Mediterranean highway, and they have a window like this. I walk inside, I ask the owner if I can take a look on the machine. He said, no, why you want to open bakery across the street? I said, no, I'm from America. He said, oh, show me your passport. Smart old man. I went to the car. I got
He was protecting his business.
Yes. I got my passport. I showed him. He let me in. Next day, I'm in Beirut. Buying the machine. I called my son, Danny. I said, Danny, I bought you the best pita bread machine. You better cover my check. So Danny called me, Dad, you drinking too much ouzo. Dad, you drunk. He called me all kind of names in the book. By the end, he covered my check. 2 months later, the machine here, me and Danny and the mechanic put it on. Now it's here for 13 years. Thank God, everything okay. And now we make the bread here. Like I told you, we go to Saloni Bakery. They put our bread in some supermarket.
So Saloni Bakery is a distributor for you.
Yes, with their Italian bread. Not a local company, the bread work.
Yes.
Bread work, they pick 100 case every month to the stadium, hotel, restaurant, they take it everywhere. And we deliver ourselves like 75 miles around Pittsburgh. We have a 3-4 van in the back.
That's wonderful.
That's the story of Pita Land.
That's so wonderful. It's a great story. And I'm glad that we get to see the bread oven that you're talking about, and we'll learn more about the process too. But I love the story, the history of the shop, and how being an immigrant and pursuing the American dream really happened right here in Brookline. Well, we've been invited into the office here at Pita Land, and I'm with Mr. Shaheen, Joe Shaheen, and look what they have just delivered to me. A hot, beautiful, oh, this is gorgeous.
Thank you.
A hot pita right out of the oven. And tell me again, what is this?
What we call it za'atar.
Za'atar.
See, when you go to Panera, they give you oregano olive oil.
Yes.
Here it have oregano, summer savory, sesame seed, dry lemon, and olive oil.
Oh my goodness,
It's delicious.
it sounds delicious.
delicious.
And then you
This
brought me another treat.
Armenian string cheese is an Armenian company in Upper Derby, PA. We buy from the cheese. The people love it.
Oh my
Okay?
goodness.
It's called string cheese. It's mild and it have good flavor in it.
It's
It's good.
delicious.
Yeah, it's
and
good
with the
with the
hot
bread. It's good with
the
hot
bread.
bread.
I'm going to take your recommendation, Mr. Shaheen,
Yeah,
because
it's
I
good.
know you've been doing this and
It,
eating like this for a long
it's
time.
good with hot bread. You're right.
Right. So you sell this in your store?
Yeah,
You
we
sell-
yeah.
In addition to the bread, you sell other things here in the
Oh,
store.
we have Middle Eastern grocery.
A
I
middle-
mean, if the Greek need item, it here. If the Turkish need item, it here. If the Egyptian need item, it here. We get the special item, plus some of the American item. Okay.
Yeah.
But we are a special store. Like people call for the special spice. They look everywhere. We are the only people have it.
That's
And
wonderful.
and my kid doing the best job on that stuff.
And so you import all of these
Yes,
things. You're
yes.
a large importer then
Yes.
of ethnic
yes,
foods.
we buy everything direct. Like we buy the cheese from Wisconsin where they make the feta cheese. We buy the grape leaf from the company who make them. We buy everything direct. you
That's
know.
wonderful.
That's it. And because we sell it to all the restaurant by wholesale.
Yes.
Like if we go to Emil down the road,
Yes.
Emil right here, like his order yesterday was 6 case of bread, 2 bucket feta cheese, 1 bucket of grape leaf, 1 bucket tahini. They buy all the ingredient from us with the bread.
Okay. So
And also all the other restaurant in the area.
well, so then Peterland is more than just a bakery.
Yeah.
You are also a Mediterranean, Middle Eastern grocery store.
Yes, absolutely.
And you have a wide range of prepared foods, don't you?
Absolutely.
So what kind of specialties do you make here? Do you have a kitchen in the back where you make these specialties?
Look, let's go by the tabbouleh salad.
The tabbouleh. Oh, I love tabbouleh.
We make tabbouleh salad 3 times a week.
Uh-huh.
And every time you're talking about 75 to 100 pounds. We put them on 8 ounces container or 12
Yes.
ounce container. We make 3 different flavor of hummus.
Hummus.
Regular hummus, roasted pepper hummus, spicy hummus.
Oh, delicious.
Almost every day.
Every day.
Eileen's son helping us today just pack the stuff in a container.
And I know that I've been
We-
coming here shopping for
Yeah.
years. I love your spinach pies,
That's it.
your meat pies,
Yeah.
and of course your kibbe
Yes.
and stuffed grape leaves.
We have 2 lady rolling grape leaf every day.
Hand rolling the grape leaves.
Every day rolling grape leaf.
You know, I don't think there is a machine for that, is there?
No. They have a machine, but you know we hire that people.
Yes.
They need a job. We
Yes.
don't want to go crazy.
I
But
understand.
they have a machine for the grape leaf.
Well, do you also make the delicious Middle Eastern desserts
it.
that people love?
That's it.
So now, in here, in the middle of us, we have a very special picture, don't we?
That's it.
And who this picture is your beautiful family.
Me and my wife,
Yes.
my 4 kids and their children.
Who came here on your honeymoon, and
That's the fruit of my honeymoon.
beautiful. And how many of your children work here at Peterland?
All of them.
All of them.
The 4 of them. Now,
Yes.
now plus the grandchildren.
Plus the
We have
grandchildren
Georgie
now.
Start helping us now.
That's wonderful. So
Yeah.
you started out with how many employees back in 1974?
5, 6.
5, and now you employ how many?
Now, me, between our family and the people from Brookline, 26.
26. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, I also noticed that over the years, because I've been coming here for a long time, you've also added a cafe.
Yes.
And so what, you decided to
The
do that when
Cafe,
you,
cafe working very good.
is it?
And the people love it.
Yes.
I have one guy, I don't want to mention his name. Before the corona, he was sitting outside. He said, Joe, come here. I want to talk to you. I said, what? He said, I drive from Penn Hill, me and my wife, to eat here. You know why? Everybody have a gloves. Everybody have a hat. and they do my salad with the glove on their hand.
Yes.
They cut the meat and everything nice and clean. They mix my salad on the front of me. That's the reason I like to come to your place. I said,
That's
thank
wonderful.
you, sir.
This
Make
is-
me feel good.
Even before the
Yes.
coronavirus,
Yes.
you were following all of
Yeah.
those guidelines.
Absolutely.
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 Well, so you started when it was a Foodland, and then you renovated and you put the facade on the front, and it sort of really updated the store. And when was that?
13.
2013.
13.
You had to invest in a business to
We
make
did,
it
we
grow,
did.
and
Yeah.
you obviously did that.
No
And
problem.
that,
Really, I'm glad they did whatever they did.
and being able to do that
I'm
and,
very happy.
and upgrade and make changes is what gave you your staying
yes,
power too.
absolutely,
So that's got you
absolutely.
here for 50 years.
Yes, we have.
Right.
We
So,
have,
I wanted to just take some time, if you could just tell me the process again in making this beautiful bread. And do you have a secret recipe?
It have to be secret recipe.
Has to be secret
Yeah.
recipe.
Yeah, it have to be.
Of course it is.
Experience and a secret recipe. Before, really, we made bread, but we reach the top right now.
You're the top.
Active. Right
Yeah.
now.
So after you mix the dough,
Yeah.
then it goes into a machine that.
It goes machine, cut it from 1 ounces to 5. Like this one here, 3 ounces. They go from divider to intermediate proofer. When the intermediate proofer full, like after 9 minutes, give them to the sheeter.
And when can I ask you what the proofing is for?
Proofing to prepare the ball to get ready. It's like your mom when she make bread home, she cover them for an hour before
With the
she roll.
sheet.
That's it.
Yeah,
With the sheet.
my situ.
Yeah.
My situ would cover the bread on the kitchen table
That's
with
it.
a white sheet.
Yeah.
So that's proofing it,
Yeah,
letting the
so
dough
That's
rest.
the proof box. A job is to prepare it, then give it to the cheater. After the cheater, another final proofer.
The sheeter is the one that presses it
Yes. Another final proofer, prepare it before the oven.
before the oven.
14 minutes,
It only
Before-
takes 14 minutes. And
Yeah.
what is the temperature of the oven?
1200 degrees.
1200 degrees.
Yes.
And they come out like beautiful pillows.
Like a pillow.
How does that happen?
Because the yeast in a high temperature. A high temperature and the yeast and the dough blow it up like this.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
And it creates.
we make run a Passover, couple order for unleavened bread, Passover bread. They don't put yeast in it. The bread never raise up like this. They
It
stay
stays
flat.
flat.
They stay flat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it creates this wonderful pocket that pita bread is well loved and known for here in America. People love to make their
Yeah.
sandwiches in the pocket of the
Oh
pita
yes,
bread.
they call it pocket bread.
Pocket bread.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
Yes.
And
That's
it's
it.
also very good for dipping, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
And now we start making pita chip.
Oh, pita chips.
Oh, you don't believe. Like today, we go to the farm market, Battle Park. We send everything from Pita Land with a couple guys. They have a little setup.
Yes,
They
sure.
put it in from 4 till 7.
Well, that is wonderful. Our viewers
That's
from
it.
Bethel, we are from Bethel Park TV.
Yes.
And I know you're a resident of Bethel Park, aren't
Yes.
you, Mr. Shaheen?
Absolutely.
A proud resident of Bethel
Absolutely.
Park. But if they can't get to the store in Brookline,
Tell them go
Yes.
Tuesday
go Tuesday to
to
the
the
farmer's
ice ring in South Park entrance.
Go Tuesday to the South Park Ice Rink for the farmers market there, and
That's
a
it.
list of other Pittsburgh neighborhoods that also feature Pita Land at their farmers market. So you can get them many places. Also, you can get the bread in grocery stores
Yeah,
now.
Shop and Save in Battle Park have it, Coon have it. You know, most of the
Yes.
grocery store in the area. Saloni usually deliver it to them.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
So that's good to know. And we're going to take a little tour of your store
Yes.
and see some of these wonderful delicacies that are available so that people can get an idea what to expect when they
problem.
come to visit Pita Land in Brookline.
No problem.
Thank you so much. And
Thank
such a
you.
beautiful family. You
Thank-
must be so proud.
That's, I told you, the fruit of my honeymoon.
The fruit of your honeymoon. The honeymoon that never ended.
Never ended, never ended. Okay?
Okay. So you have been growing up around pita bread and in a bakery for all your life.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
What would we do without pita?
What would we do without pita? Well, I just wanted to have you both show me around the store. Tell me some of the wonderful things that people can get when they come here. And I know we're standing in front of a very neat table that
Yeah.
is an olive bar.
Right?
And
Right,
what-
yeah. One of my sister's friends built this olive bar for us when
Oh,
we
wow.
renovated back in 2013. And we do offer a variety of olives, Lebanese, Greek, spicy, oil cured. So, yeah, they're very popular.
From Chile. all.
Yeah, in Chile. Yeah,
Oh,
so they're pretty
so-
popular.
And so people can just come in and,
And they
just
can fill up,
fill a
yeah.
container and they're sold by the pound.
Exactly.
Okay,
They can take
and
as
then-
much
We
as they
let the
want.
people try before.
Oh, you can taste, try them?
Not during Corona.
Not during. That's wonderful to know. And you also have a variety of dry goods
Yes.
as well that you
Yeah.
sell.
Yeah, so we have, we import a lot of Middle Eastern and Mediterranean delicacies. We have mixed nuts, we have bulk items here, also different cookies and crackers from Italy and from the Middle East and also Greece.
You also have a small produce department.
We do. We every week we send one of our drivers to Michigan, and he picks up whatever is in season and fresh, some unique and exotic fruits and vegetables. And so we usually, if you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, we usually post when we have a new shipment in, and you can find a lot of unique items like certain types of pears and plums, also smaller zucchinis to make a specialty dish called kusa, which is a stuffed zucchini. So
Yes.
yeah, they're really popular, and people are usually call us a couple times a week looking to see when our next shipment is coming.
I see. Okay, well, that is also very good to know. And then as you move through the store, you see lots of interesting canned goods and jarred items that you never would see in the regular grocery store.
Right.
What kind of specialty items do you have there in that section?
Sure. We have a lot of items that you would use for preparation for different Middle Eastern dishes like fava beans, full beans, tahini that you would use in like a hummus or baba ganoush. We also have imported olive oils and vinegars from Greece as well as the Middle East.
Tuna, fish, and stuff.
Yeah, we have lots of canned items like tuna fish and sardines, all imported, as well as unique ingredients that you wouldn't find at a typical grocery store.
Like grape leaves
Yeah,
in a
like
jar.
grape leaves in a
Yes.
jar, and also different seasonings that are used in our cooking.
That's wonderful. So if someone would come in here and say, I really wanted to try and make stuffed grape leaves, do you help provide guidance for
sure.
shoppers?
Oh yeah, daily we have customers that come in that are looking for ingredients and also a recipe on how to make a specialty item, and our employees are really good about walking around the store with them and showing them what they need to buy and giving them guidance on the recipe.
That's wonderful because not everybody, people love the food, but they're
Sure.
maybe afraid to try it.
Sure.
But in case they don't want to make it, I know that you also have a case of fully prepared
Yes.
specialties and delicacies. Abraham, how long have you been working here at Pita Land?
Like a long time ago. Yeah, like long time. Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah, yeah.
Where are you from originally?
Originally Egypt.
Egypt.
Mhm.
So you came here and you started to work in Pita Land.
Yeah, yeah.
That's wonderful. So tell me, just what do you think is the number one seller here at the shop?
Yeah, thank you. Number one seller actually is regarding the pies. We have the spinach pie and the spinach with feta pies.
And that's what you're holding right
Yes,
there?
that is the best seller here. Number one seller.
Number one seller.
Yes, we sell it by the dozen. A lot of people come take half a dozen, 1 dozen.
Yeah.
Like they freeze very well. People like them.
That's good. And what else? Some of the sauces?
And regarding the dips, we have like people sometimes make their gyro sandwiches home, so they buy the gyro meat and the gyro sauce, and the baked kibbeh, the raw kibbeh, and the kibbeh balls, deep fried kibbeh balls.
Yeah.
These are very good. Also the dips, the hummus and the baba and the tabbouleh. These are like number 3 sellers, number 1, 2, 3 sellers and the dips. Everybody likes them. Yeah.
Everybody likes those.
And new this year, to celebrate our 50th anniversary, we added a chicken pie with peppers and cheese, and that's
Oh.
very popular. We also make grape leaves, as you mentioned, stuffed meat or meatless grape leaves, as well as all of our dips are very popular. The different flavored hummus and baba ganoush. Also, we make gyro sauce. We added a cafe not too long ago. I know that you mentioned previously.
Yes.
And one of our biggest sellers are gyro sandwiches.
Yes.
So we make homemade gyro sauce. We sell all the ingredients that you need to make your own sandwich, or you can buy a sandwich at our cafe. But the prepared foods are very popular. And we also sell them wholesale to other grocery stores, bakeries, and restaurants.
Yes. Well, and the last section, which I usually come into shop in, is the section where you have the bins full of wheat and
Sure, the
beans,
wheat and the beans, yeah.
and flours and really unusual things. I come here to get my bulgur wheat.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not something that you find everywhere.
No, it
we
isn't.
have every type of bulgur wheat that you could imagine for making baked kibbe, raw kibbe, or tabbouleh, or some other Middle Eastern specialty items. Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's wonderful. Am I missing anything that you wanted to tell me about the store?
Well, one of our most popular items is our baklava.
Yes.
We make Lebanese desserts here on site. Baklava is one of them. We also make fruit rolls. We have a cheese roll, blueberry roll, apple, cherry. So those are quite popular.
So you have a
Yeah.
full bakery case
do.
of wonderful delights. I love baklava. It's so good. So, well, that's great. And so, what are your hours?
We are open every day, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., and on Sunday from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and we also offer delivery of our cafe items through Grubhub.
And I also noticed on your website you do catering.
We do. Our catering is very popular. We cater to a lot of businesses in downtown Pittsburgh as well as across the region. We cater special events like weddings, parties. So
Hospital,
yeah.
university, CMU,
Yeah.
Allegheny.
That's wonderful. That's
Yeah.
so great.
And all of that information is on our website. And we just ask that people give us a call, and we're happy to help them choose based on their party size.
That is so wonderful. It's a great store. It
Thank
really
you.
is.
Thank you so much.
And 50 years. Tell me, what is your favorite thing about working with your family in a family business, Elaine?
You know, it's really nice coming in every day and having the chance to spend time with my dad and my brothers, and also, most importantly, the customers that come in. We have very loyal customers, and I love meeting them and hearing their story as well.
That's wonderful. Mr. Shaheen, what's your favorite thing about working with your family in Peterland?
I call it a blessing from God
A blessing from God.
because my kids work here with me.
They
I don't
work-
have one in every state. They're all here in front of my
They
eyes.
all work here with
And
you.
we see the grandchildren almost every week.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm
Exactly.
glad that Peterland is a blessing to your family.
Absolutely.
It certainly is also a blessing to Pittsburgh and the region. I want to thank you all so much for joining me on this delicious adventure at Peterland in Brookline. And I want to thank the Shaheen family, Joseph Shaheen and his children and their staff for opening up their store and letting us see how things operate here and all the delicious products that they provide to the city and our region. You know, now more than ever, since the shocks of the pandemic are felt throughout the business communities within all the neighborhoods of Pittsburgh, it's a good time for us as consumers to make conscious choices to support the local businesses in our community. I certainly hope that you will visit Peterland, but that you will also explore your own neighborhood and community and patronize and make purchases at small businesses right in your neighborhood. I'm sure that the business owners will be glad you did, and you will too. So until I see you again on another Passport to Pittsburgh adventure, please stay well and be kind.